All right, everybody, bear with us just a moment here. We're live on the scene just behind the Costco here in Queen Creek. We just wanted to give you a quick update as we get set up. We're just outside of an apartment complex. We're live right now on Facebook, YouTube, and X. We have a barricaded suspect. Please stand by. They have been apparently calling this person out for the past hour or so. Barricaded suspect. We're not sure the details as to what the reasoning is that he is being surrounded. He is blocked on both sides of the apartment complex. So bear with us just a moment. We're still just getting here and getting set up. Please like, share, and subscribe if you know anybody in this apartment complex right behind the Costco wholesale here in Queen Creek, just off of Ellsworth. Let them know that this apartment complex is currently, at least on the right side from what I can see, is no access at this time. All right, and we're not sure if you can actually hear this, but just so you know, they are calling out to the suspect that's barricaded in this apartment complex to put down all weapons and come out with your hands up. We have obviously a Bearcat on scene here, and as we are understanding it, we first actually heard it from somebody that's on the inside from Citizen, and so that's why we're out here. Once again, barricaded suspect. We're not sure of the details. Some are saying, and we're just speculating here, so we just want to make sure and be very clear about that some are saying domestic violence, others are saying some other possibilities. So we don't want to say anything. We're trying to find out some information right now from the Queen Creek Police Department and Public Information Officer. Once we get those details, we'll bring it live to you. Once again, we're right behind the Costco here off of Ellsworth in Queen Creek apartment complex. All right. Once again, anybody that knows somebody that is in the Queen Creek area, this apartment complex just behind the Costco here in Queen Creek, let them know that this complex is currently has a barricaded suspect. We're not sure of the details. All we know is we're hearing from the Bearcat. They're calling out to this suspect, to come out with his hands up and put all weapons down. All we know is that it's a barricaded suspect here in the apartment complex. We're trying to find out details as exactly what he's wanted for. So do us a favor, please stand by, and we're going to stay here as long as we can live. We're live for you. Those of you in the area, I mean, I see a lot of people in the complex out and about, which obviously could be concerning if this person does have weapons of any kind. Could be an extremely dangerous situation for the public surrounding it. So once again, if you know anybody in this area, we're live on Facebook, YouTube, and on X. Valleywide News, breaking news and events here and across the valley. We are live currently, once again, just behind the Costco at the apartment complex off of Ellsworth Road here in Queen Creek. We're going to let you listen in to the commands being called to this suspect to come out. All right, and just so everybody knows, we're trying to figure out, based on the posture and the call-out location from the SWAT team, exactly where this is, because obviously we don't want to put ourselves in danger if this person is armed with any kind of weapons. We're trying to figure it out. It almost appears as though he is likely on that third floor up in the upper right. So we are going to try and move our camera. There's a lot of people from the apartment complex out and about. They are calling to the suspect to come out. We're not sure of the details at this moment. But what we can tell you is we have a barricaded suspect here at the apartment complex in Queen Creek. Once again, we are trying to figure out exactly or possibly where the suspect is located. We are going to move our camera just a little bit to kind of shield ourselves for safety, just in case, as we said, there is some kind of weapons. Again, a lot of people out surrounding this area, which could be a little bit concerning, obviously, if this person does have weapons and decides to go a different direction rather than coming out peacefully. So bear with us just a moment. I'm going to move our tripod just a little out of the way. What's that? No, that's what I'm trying to figure out, because I don't want to be in a line of fire if he has any weapons. Oh, really? Oh, shit. All right. Thank you. All right, so to those of you just joining us, we appreciate you joining us. We're live here on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Valleywide news, breaking news, and events here and across the Valley. Currently on the scene of a barricaded suspect, as we understand it, here in Queen Creek at an apartment complex just behind the Costco. Now this is the second or third resident from this apartment complex letting us know, and again, this is just hearsay and we want to make sure everybody understands it, but we just want to put it out there that it seems to be almost the same apartment complex and the same individual. His name, all they keep calling out is his name, so obviously they are aware of who this guy is. His name they're calling out is Robert, and they're trying to get him out peacefully. It sounds to us like he is known to have weapons because they continuously saying to put down your weapons and come out peacefully. Residents have said that it seems like it's almost the same apartment that it was 2 months ago, which was domestic violence. So again, we're not 100% on that. We're going to try and obviously get details. This is a very fluid scene. If you're in the area and know anybody in this apartment complex, you're best to avoid, as some of these people are coming out and in the area, especially if this person is known to be armed with weapons. So once again, we're live here in Queen Creek, just behind the Costco Wholesale off of Ellsworth Road. If you know anybody in this apartment complex, and we'll zoom in just a second to let you know the apartment complex. I don't want to ruin the name because I'm not sure exactly how it's said, but stand by. For records purposes, we are going to get a clip of this. This is the apartment complex we are at. If you know anybody in this apartment complex, it's probably best to avoid this area if at all possible. Once again, we have Bearcat out here surrounding the apartment complex, calling out to a gentleman named Robert. They keep calling out to put down weapons and come out. Again, we're, just so you know, for security purposes, we are barricaded and trying to stay out of harm's way just in case this gentleman does have any kind of weapons. We're doing our best to be safe. If you know anybody in this area, try and avoid the area. Once again, we're live in Queen Creek, just behind the Costco, live on Facebook, YouTube, and on X. Valleywide news across the valley. Currently on a barricaded suspect. And again, we are trying to figure out on what floor and what general direction this suspect is barricaded in. If you know anybody, please share, like, and subscribe. We're independent media and truly supported by those simple ideas. Like, share, and subscribe. We truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, everybody. Once again, those of you just joining us, we appreciate it. Like, share, and subscribe. It's the best way to support independent media. We're live here, currently, Valley-wide news, breaking news and events across the valley. Just behind the Costco, located off of Ellsworth at an apartment complex. This apartment complex currently has a barricaded suspect. Another resident pulling up saying that it appears to be a similar apartment from about 2 months ago. Again, this is speculation. We're not going to say 100% this is for sure. We don't even know what apartment number that we're looking at. All we know is that we have Bearcat and SWAT team on scene calling out to a gentleman named Robert to put down any kind of weapons or weapons that he may have and come out peacefully with his hands up. Residents were saying that this could be a domestic violence type situation. If in fact it is true. Barricaded suspect in one of the apartments.
Oh, we don't want to go there.
Right.
Bye.
Sorry about that. So, once again, we are not saying 100% that's exactly fact. We just want to pass it along that several residents have said that it's a similar situation. We do see SWAT team getting into position. We are barricaded ourselves off in a safe distance just in case this individual does have access to weapons. We're trying to be safe ourselves. We do have SWAT team on scene, readying position here it looks like. Again, we're at an apartment complex here in Queen Creek just behind the Costco Wholesale off of Ellsworth. If you know anybody in this area, this apartment complex, ask to avoid the area. They are calling out to a gentleman, telling him to put any weapons he has or may have down and come out with his hands up. So do us a favor, like, share, and subscribe. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and on X. We appreciate everybody joining us. All right, everybody, just to bring you up to speed, we are here currently. A lot of people out and about at this time. We're at an apartment complex here in Queen Creek, just off of Ellsworth. SWAT team is on site. And now a fifth resident has told us that, in fact, it is likely the same suspect from about 2 months ago, domestic violence. We're not 100% confident on this. We see SWAT team now. Stand by, everybody. Moving in. We got a very fluid situation here. We are keeping ourselves obviously secure off by our vehicle. This guy is apparently known to have weapons. They are calling out to him by name, so obviously a known suspect, and probably and likely shouldn't be access or have any weapons, which doesn't necessarily mean very much if you want to have a weapon. So once again, we are live on a barricaded situation here at an apartment complex in Queen Creek, just behind the Costco wholesale. Independent media, live, local, and late breaking. We appreciate you joining us on Facebook, YouTube, and on X. Do us a favor. It helps us tremendously. Please share this out, like, and subscribe. That's all you have to do to help support independent media. We're going to go ahead and keep things quiet and let you see what's going on here. We're currently live on Citizen as well. Do us a favor, if you want to see a larger version in better quality, do us a favor, you can go over to our Facebook or YouTube or even X, depending on the social media that you have. We're going to go ahead and stop broadcasting on our Citizen and go back live to Facebook, YouTube, and on X. Thank you, everybody. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. A very volatile and fluid situation going on here. We do have a barricaded suspect in an apartment complex just behind the Costco here in Queen Creek. Obviously, out of concern for our safety as well. Barricaded suspect, that's all they're saying. Oh, really? Yeah, they're saying, some people say it's the same guy from 2 months ago. All right, do us a favor, like, share, and subscribe. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and on X. Valleywide News, breaking news and events across the valley. Currently live in Queen Creek at a barricaded suspect. SWAT team is on site, requesting that this person, suspect, come out with their hands up and put down all weapons. A lot of people from the complex are out and about and with phones out and everything. Obviously, my big concern would be is if this person or a gentleman named Robert, we know his name is Robert, they keep calling out to him on the Bearcat to come out with his hands up. A lot of people are out here, and if he does have weapons, obviously the concern is where he might point that if he gets desperate or doesn't want to go to jail. So obviously a very dangerous situation. If you know anybody in this apartment complex, you're best to avoid this area. Once again, a barricaded suspect just behind the Costco here in Queen Creek, Arizona. SWAT team is on site. And we're going to go ahead and mute our mic and let you listen in. All right, everybody. Obviously, an extremely tense situation going on here. SWAT team is on site, and once again, probably the biggest concern for us here as independent media is one, not sure exactly what apartment this person resides in where the standoff is happening. So obviously a huge concern for us to, if this person does have any kind of weapons, to stay out of harm's way and not put ourselves in danger. Obviously a lot of people out and about, and let me pan over just so you can see. We got a number of people standing outside of the apartment complex. Stand by, everybody. And once again, a barricaded situation here at this apartment complex. Apparently it's a barricaded suspect. That's all they're saying in the apartment there for the better part of an hour and a half or so. Yeah, you're welcome. Once again, we're live here in an apartment complex. I'm going to zoom in on the name of the complex. Just behind the Costco here in Queen Creek, Arizona. SWAT team is on site, calling out to a gentleman named Robert on the loudspeaker to come out with his hands up, and also, obviously, the big concern is to put his weapons down. Stand by, everyone. Now we will say this. Let me just. We will say this, just so everybody knows. As the officers cross from right to left from their vehicles back over to the SWAT vehicle, they are taking cover. So we're only assuming at this time that it's one of these direct apartments right in your viewing screen right now. Again, we're not 100% sure. We don't know what floor. We don't know where the suspect is barricaded. What we do know is it's a barricaded suspect at this apartment complex in Queen Creek, just behind the Costco. That's all we know. Several residents have speculated that it appears, based on their location, that being the police officers and SWAT team, that is the same person from approximately 2 months ago. Barricaded some guy is barricaded in his apartment. Yeah. That's all we know. So once again, that it's a possible domestic violence situation. Obviously, one of the worst, if we've spoken to police officers and SWAT team in the past, and one of the worst situations for officers to be on is a domestic violence. So obviously a very volatile situation right now. Again, not knowing where this person is in the apartment complex is obviously a little bit nerve-wracking for me here live on the scene, because if he, in fact he does have weapons of any kind, I'm not sure, again, where that might point if so. So, and obviously, not only that, a desperate situation for the suspect who is currently barricaded. And if it is in fact the same person, it's obvious that this is not the first time, so could be getting a little more desperate this time around. You can see SWAT moving in. Like, share, and subscribe. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and on X. We apologize for any shaky video. Obviously, we're at a pretty good distance and zoomed all the way in. And it looks like things are starting to pick up a little bit as far as posture from the SWAT team, as you can see in view here. Now, I could also say that likely because I'm not seeing any ladders coming out, that it is the first floor just directly in front of the Bearcat. The first floor directly in front of the Bearcat is where the focus seems to be for the SWAT team at this time. So once again, the entire complex in front and in back, directly where this person is held up at this time, is currently blocked off in both directions and fully surrounded. They did have the drone up earlier, trying to get a bird's eye view of exactly what's going on or what might be happening inside the apartment. Also, we want to apologize. We are in no way monitoring any chat. We are the only ones out here live on the scene right now. I don't know if there's any other media at this time, but we were the first ones, from as we understand it, out here. And the fact is we can't monitor chat on YouTube, Facebook, or on X at this time. So we appreciate your patience in that. We are zooming out just a little bit, not up for any other reason, but we don't want to, if the suspect happens to be watching our feed or anything from inside, we don't want to give away any of the SWAT team location or what tactics they may be using to gain entry at this time. So we're just going to pull out a little bit for their safety as well. Once again, live here at an apartment complex just behind the Costco in Queen Creek, Arizona. Barricaded suspect. They've been calling out to the suspect for over an hour at this time, and this is the first we're seeing of them moving in any kind of direction to try and get to the suspect at this time, as he's refused to come out with his hands up. Once again, everybody, thank you for so much, those of you just joining us. Live on Facebook, YouTube, and on X. Valley-wide news, breaking news, and events here and across the valley in Arizona. Currently on the scene of a barricaded suspect. We have zoomed out for reasons to not give away any of the, to give away any of the SWAT team's location. And just so you know, they are moving in on the first floor at this time, it looks like. Although we haven't seen if it's on any other floors. Again, this is just speculation. They were moving in on the first floor at this time. We haven't seen them go up the stairs. Obviously a very volatile situation at this time, things ramping up, and SWAT team is currently moving in after approximately an hour and a half of attempting to call the suspect out on the loudspeaker.
What happened, do you know?
All I know is it's a barricaded suspect and they're moving in now, SWAT. So it's like, yeah, apparently everybody's saying that it was something like 2 months ago, a similar situation, same area. So it might be the same guy, but obviously,
It's been going on for hours.
yeah,
Hours.
almost 2 hours, yeah. But now they're moving in, so yes, so they, huh? I haven't seen them go up the stairs. They're on the first level, from what I can see. That way, probably, but that way, definitely not. Yeah, most likely you should be all right.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. All right, everybody. Just to bring you up to speed once again. Sorry, we have residents obviously pulling in, and again, there was another one saying a similar situation 2 months ago, very identical location. So, more than likely, that is the case. So, just to let everybody know, the SWAT team has moved in on the first level. That's all we know, and that's all we can see. We cannot see. So, essentially, I guess you could say it's the calm before the storm. Right now, everything is quiet, and I'm going to go ahead and mute my microphone and let things play out as things hopefully roll safely to an end, result with the suspect in custody. But once again, we are live on the scene here just behind the Costco in Queen Creek, live on Facebook, YouTube, and X, Valley-wide news, breaking news, and events. So we're currently at about 3 or 4 minutes at this time where SWAT moved in, about 6 SWAT team members moved in to that downstairs corridor, headed for the apartment of and known location of the suspect they were trying to call out. Obviously very tense moments for the SWAT team at this time and hopefully everybody comes out safe, and the suspect comes out with his hands up. Although, as everybody's been saying in the past 2.5 hours or so, that has not been the case, requesting that he put down any weapons that he may have and come out with his hands up, which didn't take place. Obviously, the longer the time is that the SWAT is not seen becomes obviously a concern for everyone in the area, including SWAT team members. And once again, we can only hope that he comes out and does the right thing and comes out peacefully. So once again, we are trying to monitor things from all different social media and trying to get a little bit more of an idea. Again, all this stuff that we're saying here, want to let you know we're not getting this directly from any police officers or people on scene. Actually people on scene, but could be the radios and scanner traffic being monitored. And just a few minutes ago, they did say, and this is obviously a little delay, just as we were saying, that it was the last call earlier for the barricaded suspect to come out of the apartment, which he hasn't. And at this point, they are poised for entry. And once again, probably going on approximately 5 minutes ago now, we did see SWAT, at least 6 SWAT team members moving in on that first floor level, just in front of the Bearcat that you're watching there. And again, it's been almost 5 minutes at this time, and obviously the more time goes on, the more concerning it is for SWAT team members, and obviously hopefully things don't go astray at this time. But once again, we have not seen SWAT team members come back out at this time. Again, it's been about 5 minutes since they moved in alongside the building and then moved in on that first level. So obviously extremely tense right now. We are keeping ourselves obviously at quite a distance and off to the side, and keeping ourselves hopefully secure enough away from any possible danger or situation that might happen here. Again, we are live just behind the Costco at the apartment complex here in Queen Creek, Arizona. Live breaking news, barricaded suspect. Valley-wide news, breaking news, and events all across the valley. We appreciate it. There is a SWAT team member coming out right now. Obviously, this person is still not coming out, and likely on the first floor. Again, share this out if you know anybody in this area. Facebook, YouTube, and on X. Somebody's barricaded in one of the apartments. You're welcome. Sorry about that, everybody. Little jog of the camera. I apologize. We're trying to keep ourselves obviously safe from any kind of danger. It looks like they are pulling them out. Stand by. We're not sure. We are seeing SWAT team members coming back out. I don't know. We're zooming in to try and see if they actually have the suspect, or is he still barricaded. It looks like he is likely still barricaded inside at this time. Several SWAT team members have made their way back out at this time, unfortunately without the suspect. More than likely probably trying to get a better understanding of where the apartment is, possible layout, and so on. But as we said earlier, they are definitely poised to move in at this time. They gave the last call for him to come out with his hands up, which he did not comply at that time. Do us a favor, like, share, and subscribe. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and on X. It's the best way to support independent media here, live, no bull, nothing fake here. You're seeing it live as we are. As we said before, we are hoping the suspect comes out without incident, and we don't have any issues, anything worse than what it is at this time. Once again, at the apartment complex behind the Costco here in Queen Creek. Like, share, and subscribe. We got a lot of you joining us on Facebook, and we appreciate it. Just want to let everybody know that unfortunately we are not able to monitor any chat at this time. We're the only ones out here, and so we're having a hard time monitoring chat.
What's going on, man? Good, how you doing?
I was coming from out here. I was like, wait a minute, because you popped up on my live, and I was like, oh shit, I was like, gonna do that right here.
Yeah. What's going on, bro?
Not much.
How you been?
I've been busy. Fucking. It's funny.
Make sure
It's
yeah, you do.
It's funny that you're actually here because I supplied every bit of lumber for this place to be built.
Oh, really?
So once I saw the name, I was like, I know exactly where
What do
it's
you
at.
call it? What's the name of it?
Acero.
Acero. I didn't want to say it because, you know, then all the social media people would be like, you're not saying the name. Like,
Yeah, it's
sounds like
Acero.
a
It's Acero.
Acero? Yeah. So it's craziness. It's been going like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Supposedly it's domestic violence guy or something. Second time.
Yeah. I was watching you when I was coming in, so I knew exactly where you were.
Yeah.
It's just I didn't want to deal with everything right here, so I just went back around to Costco. Came in. Yeah.
Got it. How's it going, man?
And then I've also been busy with my own business.
Oh, that's good though.
I own an offer recovery company.
Nice. That's good. I remember seeing you saying you were
Yeah. Well, the greatest thing is I have nobody knows this. You're like the third person to know this, but I have game and fish, Apache Secrets National Forest, Coconino County Sheriff's Office, Apache Secrets National Forest, Navajo County. So
nice.
yeah, man. I mean,
That's a good way to start, right?
yeah. Well, I had an in because of some hot shots.
There you go. Is he coming out yet? Nothing yet. This is some crazy shit. Obviously, as they were saying earlier, put your weapons down range. And if this is the second time, you know he's getting a little desperate. So I'm gonna hide myself right here behind my truck. Not that it's gonna do much, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
So I was supposed to go on to Can-Am today.
But that's not happening.
Fuck.
That's not happening. When I saw that you guys got a little grandbaby on the way,
Yeah, yeah. My oldest son.
Tyler,
Yep. Yes, sir.
I was gonna comment that I was gonna be pulling up, but you were like, we're not monitoring, so I was like,
Yeah.
never mind.
Do you know what it
But
is?
my
People get upset. I
Robin
can't.
would. Robin
Yeah,
would have
she's
been,
out doing her own thing right now. She's the one that told me about it. Because there's some girl that's over in that direction
Yeah.
that was on Citizens. So I'm like, well, shoot, I gotta get over there.
I deleted that app. Like,
Did you?
dude, that app just.
Tracks you and everything.
Dude, that thing fucking did not stop. I was like, shit.
Yeah, but a lot of times that's how I find out about this stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know why? Because as with all the scanners being encrypted and stuff, you got only thing I can do sometimes is see people going live. I'm like, okay, that's a big one.
Well, the thing is you can also now. So, because I'm going to buy one of the new scanners.
Yeah.
And you can actually get your hands on Amazon. They're a little pricey.
Yeah.
They're about $458.
Which one? He's not inside? Oh shit. Thank you too. Thank you. Well.
So they kicked in the door and he got up somehow. Or he ran before the police.
All right, everybody. We just had somebody from the apartment complex come out and say that, in fact, the suspect who was barricaded is not in the apartment. We're not 100% sure that is the case, but we did see all the SWAT team obviously come out, which more than likely means they did make entry, and he is not in there, as we're understanding it. So we're going to stick around a little longer just to make sure that exactly is what's happening. But apparently he either got out knowing that the police were on their way or coming, and is not apparently in the apartment. But we're going to stick around just a little longer to make sure of that.
Considering the fire department's sitting down here too.
Yeah. Staged over there somewhere.
This place may be open about a year before. Because I was told,
This is not the type of stuff they want.
no.
So,
No, they, when I was told to look at their location, over here,
yeah,
it was like 2.5 years.
that's good. I love it there.
I love the people I work with. I have such a great time.
That's cool. He's about to heat up on the political stuff coming up soon.
Right?
A lot of people are saying that, yeah, put me in jail. I he is. I'm telling you, I don't know how that's going to go down.
Well,
He's
Biden
winning
and
everything.
yeah, it's been proven that they have done some shady shit. Like, look at Hunter Biden. Like, and now they just
And he
released
just keeps getting away with it.
actually.
Sex in the Oval Office, that's okay. Not walking in and doing a prayer.
Right.
I don't know. It's a little weird to me.
Right.
But no charges for that guy.
Well, but these Biden stuff, Biden were they not letting anybody into the apartment complex at all? Did they have the entrance and everything blocked off?
I don't know, but I wasn't going to try it. I'm like, dude, this is front entrance right here.
Yeah.
I just popped in the cart. Well, according to their posture, they are all just chilling.
Looks like they're debriefing now.
Obviously, the bad part would be is if he's somewhere
Yeah.
and he decides to come back. That would be,
Well, people are going to be watching for him.
yeah.
So does Queen Creek actually have a spot team now, or do they bring somebody in?
That's a good question. I don't know. I know they're
Because
what,
they
a year and a half old.
Yeah.
So that would be interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
It's
See
like
if I could see.
It's like I was just out at Gilbert Days Rodeo in November, out here in Horseshoe
Yeah.
Center. And so the chief of police came over. He got forced out of it was like a surprise garage meeting. So he came out here and we took over out here.
It almost looks like it could be Pinal County. Because I did see Pinal or the sheriff's office here too, so maybe they're swatting that.
Maybe they were just the closest one available.
Or they don't have it.
Well, I mean, the last I knew, Queen Creek only had what, a total of 80 to 30 officers.
Not a lot.
No.
And it's growing like crazy out there.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, so they do Santan and Queen Creek. But their people is,
Oh wow.
well, they do both. Although they're in two separate counties, but
Right.
yes, yeah. But it's just funny because my boss, his property taxes and everything say Queen Creek Fire and all that shit on his property taxes and all
Yeah.
that shit for all that. Well, Queen Creek Fire doesn't respond out there where he's at. It's real metro.
That's
He's
a
like,
little confusing,
He's
right?
like, so why the fuck am I paying for Queen Creek and it's not even them that responds?
Right? I'm gonna say this guy's out and about.
Oh, she's probably sitting over there at Costco. She's probably sitting over there eating fucking lunch.
Yeah, like I'm going to get myself one of them Costco hot dogs.
I had one yesterday, and it's nice and pizza. Right.
He's out there somewhere. He's off in the distance coming. Yep, I'm full. I'm going back to the ocean. These people are a little gutsy. I don't know that I'd be that.
I was out there,
top
not
of
even
it.
be that close.
No, but I'm saying Yeah, I wouldn't want to stand up there.
So the lights don't like that, man. Good up to you.
Where are you parked at?
I'm parked right here.
Oh, that's two.
Hey, yeah. Yeah, I got more on the way too. So,
Well, what colors are you allowed to do back there?
well, technically,
Your company.
I'm allowed to do red and blue once I'm off road.
Oh, okay. Well,
But once I'm off road, I can run red and blue. But other than that, I have white and amber and white up front, amber and red in the rear. Then my pods all strobe. Get ready to get went into a hard wire. So that way with my lights and everything, all my lights, lights, brake lights, turn signals, headlights, those are all strobe too. You can actually get one for this.
right.
Ultrabrightlights.com.
I just have that. Yeah, it repeats back in my text messages.
Oh, nice.
So
Well, I was going to text you and tell you I was.
I would have heard you.
Yeah.
It reads it back to me. People, like my sister was saying that they're in the hallway on the other side, but I think it's.
Well, there's no one else.
No.
All right, everybody, just to bring you up to speed, we are still live here. What was a barricaded suspect, as we're understanding, one of the people that live in the apartment complex. And again, this is just hearsay. I haven't seen, although I have seen a change in posture from the SWAT team who did make their way towards the apartment. And that is, somebody was saying that, in fact, they made entry into the apartment and he is not in there. So we're trying to get confirmation of that. And once again, as you can see, the SWAT team has is kind of out in the open and laid back. Obviously, that means if he's not here, he could be anywhere. So that's all we know at this time. We're still live here at the apartment complex where they had. We're here on scene of a barricaded suspect, calling him out for over an hour to 2 hours. Whether he made it out during that time, or figured out a back way to get out, we're not sure. But we're understanding that they made entry into the apartment and he is in fact possibly not there. We're working again to confirm that. Live breaking news and events here and across the Valley, Valleywide News. Like, share, and subscribe. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and on X.
I was up on Twitter too, but then Twitter just became like almost pornography show. Like, yeah, we're done.
Yeah,
No, it wasn't. And that's all it became. It's like, oh,
yeah,
I want to see this. I go up to like grown up or something.
yeah, right. Yeah, I don't think he's in there because they're all out in the open now.
I was shocked like none of their motors are here though, because Green Creek has a bunch of motors.
Yeah.
Motorcycles.
Oh, okay.
That's what they call motors.
Got
So,
it.
yeah, like I was telling you, they've got that new, you can dial in, you just gotta get the frequencies for Mesa PD, Green Creek, and all those guys. And, I mean, that's all easy
What
to
is
do.
that?
It's a
lost
scanner.
you.
And the
But which scanner?
So yeah,
Not Uniden, right?
Uniden does have one.
I have a handheld one. It was like $600 a while back.
Yeah, now they have a car mount one. You just gotta go in
there too.
You just gotta go in the Uniden program.
Oh.
But I mean, your computer illiterate, so you would understand it too. So.
Yeah. I have a lot of them in there. Probably the ones, I mean, dispatch and all that. Like Mesa's got theirs all over.
Yeah, they're all 800 megahertz. Like you can buy those scanners too, just like that. Yeah, you can buy the 800 megahertz.
Yeah, they're all basically done. Like anything's going on. All right, well, go home. What do you? That's crazy. What's next? I would think that, second time this is happening in the same department.
Yeah.
What the heck?
It looks like they've got a lot of undercovers where those are all their personal vehicles. I wonder if they're calling in like sheriff's officers too.
To help out.
Yeah, and Mesa PD because Mesa PD it's like 2 times that SWAT has been literally. I had a police car one night and running into tornadoes.
Yeah.
Mesa PD running into tornadoes. Because the neighbor a couple doors down and shot out of a tree with a beat there again, which is great to see. It's phenomenal to watch. They pepperballed all the windows and all that shit.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well.
Watch what people see in this now. They do like on Facebook.
Yeah.
Well, I was watching like people like 200 like a lot of viewers at one time.
Nice. That's always good. Yeah, but now it looks like SWAT. Yeah, that's all their vehicles. They're going.
I think those are all
Done.
Yeah, because all the SWAT officers who showed up over there, were like where I live,
Yeah.
they brought in the armored truck,
Yeah.
but then I think they had 2 or 3 guys in it, and then do they even are running around in 40 counterline like creeper vans that have like ladder racks and ladders and shit all over.
That looks like a little work truck.
You would never even think.
No.
They're cops, and then you get this big old metal pipe motherfucker. He's like this fucking tall, and there's a tree like right there.
Yeah.
He just went fucking tree straight down, and they threw the robot in.
Nice.
Well, the robot landed right on top of the body.
Whoops.
Well, they didn't know it was right there.
Yeah.
So,
I guess I'm gonna end it here. Looks like
yeah, it's done. I'm curious as to does that say Canal County?
it was hard to see,
I tried down,
but I did see Pinal Sheriff's Office. 2 of them were over here. So, all right, let me end this, I guess.
All right, everybody. So here's the way it's looking. SWAT team has packed up their gear. In fact, what the person said from the apartment complex that lives in there earlier, that drove up to us and said that he is not in the apartment when they made entry into the apartment. And it appears that is the case because a lot of the SWAT team members are now, they've been debriefed and are starting to leave or move out of the area. So once again, it looks like the person they're looking for either slipped out during the 2.5 hours standoff at some point, made his way out, or left once knowing that the police were on their way, or had a feeling whatever happened that brought them here in the first place, and left knowing that the police would be after him. So obviously, at this point, that suspect is still outstanding, and so we are going to wrap things up here. We were live. Obviously, if anything breaks, we will come back live. But once again, at Acero apartment complexes, we are live here. We appreciate everybody joining us. Like, share, and subscribe. Facebook, YouTube, and X. We truly appreciate it. And we're glad so far, at least, everybody is safe.